Wow, it's been a hot minute since we've been able to talk about this, and thanks to I don't know if you want to be put on blast, my dude, but I seen your comment on the Olympics video yesterday. I think it was, and you made reference to this, and once again, it's like a retraction, okay? A retraction of a patently false story never gets the same coverage of the initial accusations, and that's exactly what's happening here once again. And I know a lot of people on the channel came here through this story because I seen it right on the face of it. I knew that it was complete and utter dog shit, okay? And as we're seeing here, we're finally one of the final shoes dropped in the Trevor Bauer accusation scandal and all that stuff. And I've got the New York Times pulled up just for shits and giggles, I suppose. I want to see how the other side's reporting this, because we went through all of this stuff extensively in July. I can't remember. Oh geez, this was like July and August where everything was hot and heavy, and then the civil suit got thrown out. There were never any criminal charges brought forth by the lady herself, and I forget her name even at this point. Some bottle blonde who was out there, the former Padres cheerleader who's now, I don't know, sucking dick in an underpass because she's not going to be getting any of the 20 plus million that Bauer ended up collecting but not earning, because he had to waste a fucking year of his prime sitting on the sidelines because of her patently false accusations. But still, there's an MLB investigation out there. I don't know why this didn't conclude at the same time, that, yeah, no, he's not going to be facing any charges, any criminal charges, because she didn't bring them to begin with. No, she went immediately to the media in order to get her story out there, because I wouldn't be taken seriously. Because fictional stories don't end up destroying somebody's life. In a perfect world, that would be the case. You tried to make that happen. And when you get shit like this that's proven, that's thoroughly investigated, thrown out of the civil courts, okay, dismissed from a criminal investigation, and now you have the MLB hanging on, which will never see their full study or their full investigation on any of this. So whatever way they decide on, which it should be a complete and utter dismissal, and it should just end in an effusive apology of once again raping Bauer of 1 year of his fucking prime, which theoretically could have made a huge difference in whether or not the Dodgers got past the Braves, because he was having a good season. And if he doesn't get reinstated, and I know MLB asking them to walk and chew gum at the same time because they got the lockouts to contend with, which is just going at a snail's pace at this point, but they might have a different division working on this stuff right now, so hopefully something will be figured out and we'll be able to finally put a bow on this situation. Bauer can get back to pitching, and we can just continue to call out these retarded Me Too accusations over and over and over again. So let's take a look. What is the left side of this equation talking about? Because, well, this is the New York Times after all. After a 5-month review of a police investigation into a domestic violence allegations, and that's all they were, an attempt to smear, an attempt to defame Trevor Bauer. I hope he sues this fucking bitch into oblivion. But what would he end up taking from her? The fucking catnip ball and then her iPhone? Like, there's nothing to be gained there. Just sue her into oblivion. Fuck her. Against Los Angeles Dodgers star pitcher. Oh, now he's a star pitcher all of a sudden because he was the embroiled in controversy. And that's still going to be the disclaimer going forward. Whenever anything comes up of Trevor Bauer that can be possibly misconstrued into a negative light, it's going to be something Trevor Bauer, who was accused of sexual assault, because that's always what they do. So going forward, once all of this shit is over and done with, keep an eye out for that stuff. Just a little free tip out there when you're reading the media. Prosecutors in Los Angeles have declined to pursue criminal charges against him. His immediate future in the Major League Baseball, though, remains unclear. It shouldn't be. The decision dated yesterday evening. I've seen this pop up as well. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office summarized by Bauer will not face criminal charges because there's no fucking evidence. Bauer, 31, right smack dab in his prime, and he's never going to get those fucking... He's never going to get that time back. Was investigated by the Pasadena Police Department after a woman... You know what? Just for old time's sake, I want to pull up her name. Lindsey Hill, how could I forget? Oh, of course. Accused him of assaulting her during sex in Pasadena, California in May. Again, After a thorough review of all the available evidence, we can implicate Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, wait. Including the civil restraining order proceedings. Which, again, what was that based on exactly? Yeah, exactly. Witness statements, which were just all overwhelmingly against Lindsey, by the way. And the physical evidence, which could you actually prove came from Bauer? You couldn't. Wow. Exactly. Maybe you could have if you went to the police first after it happened and you didn't just come out to the media and you just immediately tried to get a bunch of money from them in civil court, where the bar for evidence is much lower, merely a preponderance of the evidence as opposed to beyond a reasonable doubt. You just tried to, smash and dash, theoretically. But the people are unable to prove the relevant charges beyond a reasonable doubt. There it is. There it is. That's why you guys came to me to begin with, because I know this shit, right? Read the decision signed by Maria Barreto, a deputy district attorney. So investigated fully by a woman who I'm sure probably delivered that through gritted teeth. And again, all of that misogyny from that judge who dismissed the civil case as well, because the judge was a female, right? Yep, exactly. She's like, no, there's nothing here, so fuck you. In June of 2021, Lindsey Hill sought a temporary restraining order against Bauer, which was granted without his presence. In August, a Los Angeles Superior Court judge heard testimony and evidence from both sides and dissolved the temporary protection order against Bauer and rejected the woman's request for a more permanent one. Oh, he's gonna contact me. He never contacted you at all whatsoever after, what was it, April? Like, I hadn't talked to you in months, and you were getting a little bit bitchy about that, realizing that clock's a ticking, my sweetness. The judge called aspects of the woman's protective order request materially misleading. Kind of like media coverage. Remember those Sports Illustrated articles? Remember all of those scandalous rumors of, teammates don't want him back. I don't know why that one sticks in my craw. I just think that it's absolutely absurd, because there were a lot worse people in Major League Baseball on very successful teams. And if they're good enough, they're going to play. Guys who, actually killed somebody. I know it's a different sport, but what was it? Dante Stallworth, 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter. Pac-Man Jones shot up a fucking strip club and still ended up having a very successful second half of his career. Jeff Kent, he had a nickname of Jeff Cunt for a reason. All of those guys still found work, and Trevor Bauer got caught up in some ridiculous Me Too accusations, and because he's a bit of a weird dude, and he may or may not be a Trump supporter, perfect target. Said it before, say it again. That's the reason why he got caught up in all these allegations. But anyways, yeah, back to what the New York Times is. You know what, so far they've actually been on the level, mostly because they realized that, we don't really have a narrative to spin. If we can just go ahead and just kind of fucking file this under do not resuscitate, that'd be great. Anyways, materially misleading, and although the judge noted that photographs of the woman's injuries were terrible, she ruled that Bauer had not exceeded limits on rough sex set by the woman. Yeah, because she was like, "Can you choke me out next time?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, you fucking weirdo." A week after that hearing, the Pasadena police presented their case to the district attorney's office, and they're like, we got nothing. Even though Bauer won't be charged by Los Angeles prosecutors, nor was he arrested. Really, zero fucking evidence has come out against Bauer outside of a couple of vague accusations, which were mitigated by the supposed eyewitnesses brought forward by Hill herself, a cousin corroborating that, she was out there trying to be a star fucker. Sucks to suck. Even though Bauer, like I said here, won't be charged with the Los Angeles prosecutors, MLB, he could still be disciplined by M.L.B. You should have another dot, but whatever, if you're going to be properly abbreviating Major League Baseball, you weirdos. According to the league's domestic violence policy, which was agreed upon by the players' union, again, it's unions deciding on the fact that the players long after they've been useful, and again, they're another reason why this lockout is going on anyways, but whatever. But will have to be renewed as part of the new collective bargaining agreement. Yeah, so this is probably going to hang out until at least after the lockout, so don't anticipate another update until then. I could be wrong on this one, and I still don't think anything's going to come of this, mostly because of the preponderance of the evidence by every single court and every single authority out there comes up with the exact same conclusion. Yeah, there's nothing here. A player is subject to discipline, but this is the old agreement, for just cause by the MLB. Oh, they can be charged just cause? Commissioners, even in the absence of a conviction or a guilty plea, or just because you're a bad man, you're a bad straight white man. In its definition of domestic violence, the policy states that a single incident of abusive behavior in any intimate relationship may be subject a player to discipline. But again, all of these courts, civil courts, criminal courts, police department, everybody who's seen this stuff, they can't link Bauer to doing anything improper. So it would take a jumbling of the facts for MLB to do anything. In a statement on Tuesday, MLB said that its investigation into Bauer was ongoing and we will comment further at an appropriate time. A new collective bargaining agreement is still being negotiated by the MLB and the Players Union Club owners locked out the players on December 2nd, and a little progress has been made. The MLB's investigation into Bauer also encompasses an incident that came to light in August where a Washington Post article detailed how an Ohio woman was a fucking stalker and never filed a police report against him. Yeah, fucking fun about that. We covered that as well. Boy, going down memory lane. Sure, it's fun. According to the report, the woman dropped the request 6 weeks after filing it and after Bauer's lawyers threatened legal action. Hey, prove your shit. Okay, I can't. Fuck, I just wanted a piece of that brand new Dodgers contract. Fuck off. Bauer called the report a false narrative. No shit. Oh, sweet. He's got a video out there. In a video posted after the Los Angeles prosecutor's decision not to charge him on Tuesday, Bauer defended his behavior toward the woman in California, and she'll fucking get it again if she doesn't shut her yap. While we did have consensual rough sex, my man. The disturbing acts and conduct she described simply did not occur, he said. He continued, you may not be my biggest fan or agree with everything that I've said over the years. That's okay. I'm not a perfect person, and I want you to judge me. And I don't want you... Oh, and if you want to judge me for engaging in rough sex with a woman that I hardly knew, that's okay too. I agree. What you do with your dick in your throwing arm, that's totally up to you, my dude. In evaluating my life in recent months, it's clear I've made some poor choices. Yup, particularly in regards to the people I've chosen to associate with /fuck. But I'm not the type of person that this woman, her lawyers, and certain members of the media have painted me to be. Yup. Like the mainstream media. It looked like a lot of alt-tech reporters, alternative outlets kind of had your back on this one. One of the ways you like your women. Anyways, but I'm not the type of person that this woman, her lawyers, and certain members of the media have painted me to be. Allegations like this are extremely serious, and they should be thoroughly investigated, as has happened in this matter, so can we move the fuck on? The woman's legal team declined to comment on Tuesday. It's like, yeah, we know we had a shit case. Can you not fucking ask me any more questions? That'd be great. Okay, thanks. In her past court filings and her testimony, the woman has said that she initiated contact with Bauer and that what began as a consensual relationship in April, some agreed upon rough sex, led to sexual acts that were not consensual. When did they become non-consensual? Because it sure seems like that was well after the fact, after the documents were filed. She has also said that she was choked with her hair until she lost consciousness. Again, none of the pictures ever really bore that out, but what do I know? I just have a pair of eyes. She said that she returned to Bauer's house in Pasadena after she felt very scared for her life. And again, remember when all this stuff broke in July? In Pasadena, and established a safe word that would signal her desire to stop when she was again choked until she lost consciousness and was punched. Never seen any of those photos, but she was definitely punched, right? Bauer, who won the National League Cy Young Award in 2020 with Cincinnati, signed as a free agent with the Dodgers that year, the World Series champions, for 3 years at guaranteed $102 million before the 2021 season. He went 8-5 with a 2.59 ERA, which is terrific. He spent the second half of the season on paid administrative leave, which is not considered disciplinary, but is a temporary procedural move used during pending investigations. And again, more than likely, until the lockout gets settled. Not going to know his official fate, but looking at all of this stuff once again, oh, it's just nice to go back down memory lane. This just screams Me Too allegations. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, but thank God the courts actually came through on this, and thank God he mounted a vociferous legal defense on this, because if he would have just rolled over, if he would have just been, oh, I didn't realize that things got out of hand and I feel really bad for her that she had to go through that situation, and effusively apologized, he did the fucking right thing on this one. And I will say it loud and I will say it proud. Never fucking apologize if you didn't do anything wrong. That's what Bauer did. He kept his mouth shut. He found his legal representation, and he fought until there was nothing left to fight for. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he can continue his career, because he'll be 32, still in the prime of his fucking life, and I hopefully he pitches the lights out like it's some moderately attractive blonde out there at the catcher's mitt. With that said, guys, until the MLB decides to levy their decision, which I don't know, I'm optimistic on, but then at the end of the day, this is Manfred after all. But with that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.